Okay. I clicked the live button. Let me double check on my iPad.
Okay. Me too. I'll look too.
Wait. I think we're live. Oh my gosh, it worked. Okay, perfect. the
Good, good.
Hello everyone. Today I am joined by my friend and I'm very excited to be interviewing somebody today. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, it's nice to meet you all. Even though I'm probably very far away from you physically.
True. I mean, I'm in the Midwest. I'd be chilling. It's all right
Yeah,
here.
southeast here.
Oh yeah. That's beautiful though. I'd love to visit over there.
I think you would. I think you would like it a lot.
Oh my god.
I live close to a place called Asheville, and it's like gay capital of the United States now. It beats out San Francisco. It's
Really?
like
That's amazing.
yes,
Um,
awesome.
so unfortunately, we're gonna stay anonymous for right now, unless it depends on how you're vibing. So unfortunately, you guys have to just look at my face. But I compiled some interview questions for you today about your experience living with dissociative identity disorder.
Hmm?
At first, I wanted to ask your pronouns.
In him.
He, him.
Yeah,
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for being here, by the way. I know we already said
no
that,
problem.
but it's an amazing opportunity.
Yeah.
Um, well, I mean, my first question is pretty simple. How would you describe dissociative identity disorder to someone who is not familiar with it?
Oh man. Um, I would probably say that it's a trauma-based disorder and that it's one of the worst types of PTSD that a person can have. Um, it's a lot of brain fog, a lot of um, feeling like you're not real, more so than anything,
Yeah,
and it's also stress-based. You have to be under like high amount of stress to split off an alter.
absolutely.
If that even happens, sometimes you just associate really bad, and that's all. But
Yeah.
splitting off, like saying something like that, that's the one that's hard to describe. Um, I know it causes physical pain for patients. Because I mean, I'm one, and I know how it makes me feel. It makes me feel like absolute crap,
Oh my God.
and I feel like I'm just completely losing my mind when it happens. It's not fun. It's not something that you want. It's for sure.
Oh my God. I can't even
Yeah,
imagine.
yeah.
I mean, the things that we talk about, it's like I can't see that it's something very specifically offensive to fake because it's like people had to experience just something I can't even possibly imagine in order to have to develop that in most cases, right?
Right.
Okay.
You have to go through a lot. I went through medical trauma. That was the first thing that I had. Then after that, like I was telling you, I had a family member that was just a whole lot to deal with, and my grandparents keeping me at home all the time didn't really help. And my mom was in and out of the picture. She couldn't deal with stress of everything that was going on, which is understood. And over time,
Yeah.
I've been bullied and harassed both online and in person at school when I was a kid, and um, went through dealing with all that crap. That was probably the worst part of all of it. And after that, I've also been SA'd. That
Okay.
happened over the last time it happened, it was about 7 months ago.
Really.
And yeah, it's no wonder I ended up splitting after that. Um,
Okay. So splits can happen from traumatic experiences.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
If you're traumatized in any way, you can split off pretty quick, but it takes longer than just
Okay.
like a few seconds or whatever. I see these kids on TikTok acting like it takes them a few seconds and then they're like all happy and shit that they have a new altar. And I'm like, why are you happy about that? It'll just make your life a living hell.
Yeah, I mean, the things that you've described, even with things like fictives, it can destroy your
Yeah.
life.
Yeah. Like having victims, like one that I told you about, he, um, maybe a complete badass on TV, but he's like that too in my day to day life. And I have to deal with him making me run my mouth and stuff when I don't want to. That's why some people would say it feels like possession. Because you
Oh,
literally lose control, they take over and they're like, no, this is what's going on. So anytime I see somebody on TikTok, I'm like, they're acting and it's obvious.
that's something
I
interesting,
mean,
like overwhelmingly with systems. They're like, yeah, something just a bit off.
it's like, that ain't how it works. It can take days to weeks. It took till a month ago for me to finally split the altar off, and then I did what I told you I did, and ended up in the hospital.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, it's not a fun disorder.
no. It's,
I just
I mean, every time I'm just amazed by, like, I think that I understand DID to an extent. I don't. It's like, there's so much to learn.
yeah. Um, sorry for being a little long winded with that, but
Oh no, please, please.
oh,
We're here for that. I mean, I have another question. When did you first find
what's
out
up?
that you had DID?
I was turning 28 that year, so
Okay.
about 5 years ago I found out.
Wow.
Yeah,
Um,
it took till then, but it made sense because I went all the way back in my memories to when first altar split off. Split
yeah.
off when I was probably really little, I think like 5 or 6, and then used to be what I called my imaginary friend, even though I couldn't see him or whatever, like kids can. Um, and I would tell my grandma, I'd be like, um, I'll use his old name. Be like, Drew was me in trouble at school today, and I didn't. Like I wouldn't mean to get in trouble, but she would ask me why I was getting in trouble, and I'd be like, it was Drew. She was like, well, you need to tell your little imaginary friend Drew to go away, and I
Really?
was like, okay.
So how old were
And
you when this
so
happened?
I was like 7, I think.
Really?
Yeah, and I looked at her and said, okay. And then that was when I heard him say, I can't go away. I'm part of you.
Okay. So it was kind of like
And
they were speaking to you.
yeah, and he went dormant for a very long time. And then
Okay.
I had trauma with a family member hitting me one night, um, smacking me really hard. And he jumped, it was like he jumped out and everything because my eyes went black. And, or they went red and then they went black. And then he came out and he apparently he hit her and then bit her on the forearm, and it was over her trying to take my phone from me, and he bit the hell out of her forearm,
Really?
and he hit back and everything because it was like they were in an argument, and I didn't know what was going on or anything. And after all was said and done, even my grandpa was like, I don't know what is wrong with you, but you picked me up by my forearms and shook me a minute ago. And I was like, huh?
Really?
And yeah, I was telling him to get out of the way. He said that I told him to move, and picked him up and moved him out of the way. And then I went back into the hallway and continued fighting with a family member.
So you just had a
Yeah,
complete amnesic moment. Did you realize that you had amnesia, or was it just normal to you?
I didn't know that I was going to have anything wrong with me like this.
Really?
I had been dissociating though since I was a kid.
Okay.
I remember being about, I don't know, 10 or 11 when it really started, like the brain fog feeling started, and
Brain fog.
um, like the zoning out. My grandma had me tested for um, seizures at one point, and she thought I was having seizures. So we went to my doctor, and they thought they were going to diagnose me with them, but it wasn't the case. I was just zoning out, and like my
Really?
family would have to say like my name 4 or 5 times before I would pay attention. I'd be like, "Huh?" Come out of it, be like, "What? What'd you say?" And I mean, it was just like I spaced out all the time. I would space out
Wow.
in class. I would space out at home. It didn't matter. It just happened.
Is it kind
And
of like, do you remember the dissociation at all? Or is it just like a split second?
it's not really a split second. It's more like I know something's happened, but I don't remember what exactly.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like I'll be alert after all that and be like, "Oh God, what did I do?"
Oh,
So that's why it's hard for me to keep work and stuff like that. It's really debilitating because if you space out at the wrong time, you could mess up at work and then get fired for looking like you're just standing around when actually you're standing there zoned out and not able to help it.
God. Yeah. I mean, I want to ask you, like, what is your experience with like alter communication in the sense of work? Because I didn't even know that you worked before this.
Well, there's a common misconception that your alters can go to work for you and all that bullshit. That's not true.
Okay. Thank you for that. Because,
I'd actually refuse to come out and be overt most of the time. They usually don't like for people to know that they're there. And that's
so,
totally fine.
okay. Absolutely. Wow. Um, I don't know. Maybe we could. Do you do you prefer to be referred to as singular or plural?
Um, well, I mean, probably singular. I mean, I
Sure.
don't really, my alters don't come out and talk and buddy buddy with people. They just sort of hang back and help me. They're
Right.
not there to, they're not there to be like a party trick or something. They're there to help me and protect me. And about the only time you'll see one come out is if somebody gets threatening with me, and then they either end up getting cussed out to the point that I break them down, or I get physically violent.
Okay.
Yeah, so that does happen. Violence does happen with us.
Okay. So it's kind of more when like it's triggered by something that another alter will come forward.
Yeah, and even then, it still looks like it's me.
Do you refer to them
They
as
don't know.
sorry.
You say
I was saying, do you refer to them as alters? How do you prefer?
call them alters,
Sure,
and
alters.
I refer to them by name sometimes. Like if I'm talking to my mom or something, and one of them makes a joke or something like that, I'll say, "So and so said this just now. Said to tell you this," and then she'll be like, "Oh, shut up," or something, but in a playful way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. That
Yeah.
that's crazy.
I mean, one that I was telling you about, he's funny as hell.
Yeah?
He makes me laugh all the time, yeah.
Wow.
It makes me look like I'm nuts because I'll just stand there and randomly bust out laughing and be like, oops,
Oh.
right after that happens because people don't know what's actually going on with me because I try to keep it hidden from
Okay.
people at work. But they're like, what's so funny sometimes? And I'll be like, oh, just something I remembered. Yeah.
I completely I forget I don't have dissociative identity disorder. I forget about how alters can speak to you in your head sometimes. Is that like a co-consciousness thing or just at any point?
It's co-consciousness.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Otherwise, it's like having a different train of thought.
Oh, that's what it feels like. It just feels like a
Not like
different.
having a voice in your head. It's like something in your brain switches and you go to a different train of thought and you start thinking more like the alter and everything. And that's when they're starting to front. And then they come forward, um, they change your personality completely, but they can't do things like change your accent drastically or anything like that unless you're somebody like Multiplicity and me, which I respect her. Um, but I don't think it's very common for us to be over like as much as you're seeing it on TikTok or
Exactly.
YouTube or
It's
that.
like it happens, right?
Sometimes, but it's not everybody.
Right. It's like overwhelmingly statistically unlikely. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, could you explain how DID affects your daily life functioning? What are some, or do you want to just answer that first? Like, what
Yeah,
are,
I'll answer that real quick.
yeah.
See, it makes it so that doing tasks around the house is kind of difficult, like doing my chores and stuff like that.
Okay.
Um, like cleaning my room. Hey, I'm gonna have to do that, and I know one of my alters, he's already agreed to help me pick up in here, but um, it's very draining. If you switch, then you're going to have to deal with not only the physical symptoms of switching, but also the emotional and um,
Really?
other things like that, you know? But it can make you feel like you're in a brain fog and you'll forget to do stuff. Like, I forget to do things all the time, forget about appointments. It's a lot. The amnesia and the dissociation are the two that exhibit the most prominent in this disorder. It's not switching. Like Kai wants people to believe.
Yeah, the switching
Uh,
thing seems to, like, where's the symptoms of, for example, CPTSD, dissociation, flashbacks?
that and I mean borderline um too. Like, people can almost get borderline and CPTSD confused because
Right.
it's like it's so similar. It's different too because abandonment trauma has to be involved, and I think it's rage turn inward versus rage turn outward.
Right.
People like the one that has outward rage is borderline, and the inward rage is complex PTSD. And I actually have the complex PTSD diagnosis.
Okay.
Been misdiagnosed as borderline before, and also bipolar, but bipolar and PTSD can look the same too.
Right. Absolutely. It's interesting to diagnose yourself online when they're so similar to like our eye.
Hmm.
My go off, go off. Um,
Hmm.
well, I mean, this is kind of the same end of the question. What are some of the challenges that you face on a regular basis?
Um, well, difficulty with work. Um, I don't have regular employment because of the disorder, and because it's so bad. Um, I
Okay.
can be hired for a month, and that'll be about it. They'll pay me once, and then they'll be like, "Okay, I'm done with you." And it's because I face out and stuff like that, and I really struggle to work. It's the biggest thing, and I hope I'll keep my job that I've currently got. Um, depends on if I don't know. I mean, it also fucks around with your concentration,
Okay. Concentration.
your attention and stuff too, because they can get annoying. Your doctors can, and like you'll be thinking something, and then someone will butt in. You'll hear something, or you'll think of something else, and it's like, okay, where is my train of thought going just then?
Oh my God. I never even thought about that. That must be confusing. It must be devastating when you lose jobs.
It is. Like I got, yeah, I had two jobs, and then I got fired from one because they didn't like the fact that I was trans, which against the law here, and I think it is. And two, the second job ended up ending because the boss said something about my health. It was like, you need to be focusing on that and not so much on working. And all I could think was, yeah, way to violate the ADA.
Yeah. Like, okay, thanks for that. I have bills, actually, but thanks.
Say hey to everyone in the chat.
Oh, yes, hello. Hello, guys. Thank you so much for the support.
Oh, I think I know what you can call me.
Hey!
You can call me the Stark system.
Who?
Stark system, like Tony Stark.
Yes! Thank you guys so much
work.
for being here. This is really important to me. I'm so grateful for you being here.
Yeah, I'm glad they're here too, watching.
Yeah, thank you guys. Um,
Views, it looks like, are well more than I'm used to seeing on here.
you know the
Got
Michelle
16.
Meta lives. Because
Yeah.
this is an amazing opportunity to get an actual person's experience with your perspective.
Yeah. I mean, if I really wanted us to believe her, then she's going to have to start reaching out to people and being willing to talk about her stuff. Like going in depth instead of just talking about surface level bullshit.
Right. We were talking earlier about somatic symptoms and how much that affects people with DID, CPTSD.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just things that, I don't know. It's interesting. I resonate with the Stark system so much. Thanks for talking about being a system today. Yes.
I'm going to say what I say at work, which is my pleasure.
Oh, thank you. So what is your experience with switches and what does it feel like? We've already kind of went over this a little bit.
It feels like that headache, like how a splitting headache when I start for splitting off. That's when the headaches are really, really bad, like intense migraines. And they don't just end whenever system splits. It takes like up to a week to 2 weeks for me to stop having the physical symptoms. But with switching, I just kind of I do one thing that's really odd, which is where I get up and I'll go to like the kitchen or something, or I'll go to the living room and I'll feel my eyes starting to black out.
Okay.
And they'll kind of like getting up too fast, but doesn't that just make you dizzy?
Yeah, so you don't know the difference, right? I don't know.
Yeah, that or just it feels kind of like you stand up too fast and your eyes go blank.
Oh, okay, I understand.
At least for me, that's how it feels, because I've felt it happen after, I don't know, the simplest stuff sometimes, but it either feels like that or I start to feel really like I'm in a fog days. Then I'll just sort of sit back and I'll get a mild headache from switching, and stuff will happen and I don't even remember that it's happened. It's like I have to be told what I've done.
Okay. Wow.
Just glad that doesn't happen at work very often.
So you kind of have to just ask around and say like, "Hey, what did I do? What happened?"
Yeah.
Okay.
So many people can relate. Yeah.
Yeah? That's what it's like for me. Complete amnesia? Yeah, that's a great question. Like, do you ever have partial amnesia?
I have full amnesia. Those things. And partial amnesia is like getting, I guess, like my appointments and stuff like that.
Okay. So is it ever like you're watching a movie, as in like you're co-conscious with another alter, sort of?
I have to repeat that. One of them just decided that he was going to make me space out for a second there, and I know he probably will want to say hi to you later. So
Oh, very nice.
yeah, it's just. What did you say though? You had to repeat that. See, I do that a lot. I'm like, repeat that because I'll space out in the middle of a conversation sometimes.
Honestly, I don't even know.
You said something about, wasn't it about
Switches.
amnesia?
That is so funny. We're having amnesia about amnesia. Um,
Mm.
I
Yeah,
was
irony.
asking if is it like watching a movie and you have co-consciousness, or
It's not like watching a movie.
no.
They take over, and like I don't even realize that they have, but I just sort of.
So full
It's like I go
amnesia.
to the back and they come forward, and they kind of like move into the space that I'm in, like consciously. It's sort of like I'm unconscious when it happens.
Yeah, like you're sleeping or something.
Yep.
Okay.
And then I'll come back and everything and be like, "What the hell happened?" And I'll have full conversations with people, and I won't even know what I said to them.
Okay. That must be hard to go through. Like you don't, or is it just normal at this point?
For me, it's my everyday life, but yeah, it's very difficult.
Yeah. Oh my god. Um, do you feel comfortable talking about how many altars you have?
Yeah, I can tell you how many I have. I have 33 of them, and I only have 8 that are currently active.
Okay.
It's like we switch off about being dormant and here. Times it depends on who wants to be around, who doesn't. But um, yeah, there's 8 of us right now, and there's like right now currently there's 4 of us sitting here.
Okay. Really? Is that kind
We're
of
just
like
chilling and everything.
just chilling? Man, is it kind of like a headache situation, or sometimes it's just co-consciousness?
It's just co-consciousness.
Wow. Okay.
My personality blurs with theirs, and they do and say things that I normally wouldn't do, or they crave certain foods and stuff, and I'll end up eating, and it'll be whatever they want rather than what I want.
My God.
I have intense cravings sometimes, like a pregnant person, you know.
Yeah, I'm thinking about how the alter your co-consciousness is experiencing the same things with you. They're like, this person is controlling my actions. It's, oh my God.
Yeah, like, and um, just recently I started cooking because of my new alter. He likes to make pasta.
Very
He
nice.
likes to bake and cook, and I mean, it's fine with me. I mean, he's really good at it too, but I had no skills before he came around.
Yes. Oh my gosh. That is one of the symptoms in the DSM is being able to do things that you sometimes aren't able to do. So if you're like co-conscious, can you cook better?
Yes,
Wow. Okay.
he's so confident in his abilities to do stuff too, and I mean, he's exactly what you would imagine him to be since he's effective and everything. And I don't know if you know the show that I was telling you about, but yeah, he's from um, that show. And if you go back and look up clips of him, you'll see what he's like.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Just like
I love that show.
it's funny though because he's actually a lot kinder than you might think he would be.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow. I mean,
likes to.
sorry, what?
Oh, he just likes to crack jokes and be a complete smart ass sometimes. But other than that,
Wow.
he
So the
he's very
personality is
kind.
like different than what you would identify with.
Right.
Really? That's
Yeah,
amazing.
I know I'm snarky, but I'm not a smart ass all the time.
Oh, okay. So that's it. That's it. Got you. Let me see. Okay, so Are there any specific stigmas or misconceptions about DID that you find particularly challenging or frustrating?
The stigma from it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, my mom, for example, I live with her, and she so so weird about it. Like sometimes she's just like, I know, you got DID, blah blah blah. Then other times she'll be telling people that find out about it when I start talking about it. She'll tell them about how she feels like whenever I come out of my bedroom and everything today of whatnot, she doesn't know who she's going to be dealing with, and that it scares her
Oh no. I mean, what do you?
because
It's
she has
hard.
gotten into it.
Yeah.
She's gotten into it physically with one of my alters before,
Oh.
and that's just because he doesn't take bullshit off anybody. So she swings at me, he's going to restrain her, and he did that recently, and ended up getting bit on the arm too.
Oh my God.
That sucked, but it's okay. She was just trying to get free, and now she keeps saying that he's messed her hand up when he was
Really?
holding her and everything. She said that I was just way too strong now.
Oh
Like,
my.
well, if you wouldn't be like a physical threat to me, you wouldn't have to deal with them.
I mean, these experiences you're talking about are like, I don't know. You can't make this stuff up. It's like you, in a way, you can kind of see when it's more of a story on the internet than real life.
Exactly.
Um,
Dissociative, she's a prime example of that. And so is the A system. Don't get me started on him either.
the A system. I don't know a whole bunch about the A system actually.
Um, Male version of dissociated, basically.
Fair enough. Yeah,
Yeah.
we could go into that. Um,
I feel like I sound like such a snob about having this disorder, but it's incredibly rare, and it's not something that people can just tend to have, without offending the hell out of the rest of the people that actually do have it. Those of us that do have it, we have to deal with the scrutiny of not even being able to talk about like, having quote unquote systems. If we
yeah.
talk about that at all, they're like, "Oh, you're one of those weirdos from TikTok." I mean, I do fit the profile, but I actually have the disorder.
That I mean,
The only
I
thing I
that's the
don't
thing
have
that
is
gets to me
code.
though. Sorry. Is like
Um,
I don't know. It's um I don't know. Let's see here. How is the healthcare system or mental health professionals supported or failed to support you when managing difficulties associated with DID?
I have to repeat that. I did it again.
I know, no,
Sorry.
I feel like the way I was reading that was very confusing. How has the healthcare system or mental health professionals supported you or failed to support you in managing difficulties associated with DID? It was a long one.
Everybody I've talked to has believed me.
Has believed you?
Yes.
Amazing.
Only time I don't get believed is if somebody's off the clock or something and trying to armchair diagnose me, like my ex fiance's. She was like, "No, you're just borderline," and I was like, "I'm not borderline." I was like,
Wow.
"There's no way."
But that's amazing how you haven't dealt with anyone who's like, no, DID's not real. Sorry. We need more of
Um,
this.
yeah, I mean, they listen to me. I explain things in detail, and I'm not afraid to be open and honest with the
Yeah.
counselor about it. I just tell them about my trauma, and then they don't even question after that. After they hear the insane amount of shit that I've been through, they're like, "I don't know how you're still functioning," and I'm like, "Well, things happen. It's like shit happens."
Oh my God. I mean, there you go. Like talking about you're just presenting your who you are and then your experiences.
Mm-hmm.
My God. I mean, that's amazing though, that you were able to have positive experience at least.
Responding to people.
Beautiful. Please do. We can talk. We can talk to the fam in the chat.
Yeah.
I hate how personality
Well,
disorders are called out when they're essentially rooted in trauma, just like DID. Exactly.
a borderline's a good example of that.
Like you got the cluster B narcissistic BPD. Yeah. What do we say?
Narcissism runs in the family.
Is it plural week? I didn't know that.
Well, that's fitting.
Yes, of course. I totally knew that. No, please. Thank you guys so much for chatting. Like it means the world to me that you guys are hanging out here, just chilling.
Yeah. Good to see y'all.
Yeah. Is it cool being on the other side, being in the live?
Yeah, it is. It's really dope. Thank you.
It's different, right? It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. Anyways, we're not going to keep talking about. Oh, yeah, so this is a good one. What was your experience before diagnosed?
I was getting scared of myself. Was constantly blacking out and
Oh my
like
God.
losing just like memories and stuff like that. I started having really difficult issues with memory. And then there was the fact that I would black out and I actually started fainting at one point. And
Really?
I only fainted twice, but when that happened, my aunt got off on me and everything. She was like, "You need to stop taking so much medicine and stuff." I was like, "I'm just taking what my doctor gave me," and it was messing with my head, making my dissociation real bad.
Oh,
So
no.
yeah, so I was blacking out a lot, and I didn't know what was going on with me. But then, it's like once a week when I lived with her, I was like dealing with extremely bad moods. And by the weekend, it was like I was just completely losing my shit. I would go all week and be fine, but
Okay.
then on Saturday or Sunday, it was always like I was losing my mind. She would tell me it was like dealing with someone that was like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, it's like a Hulk out. And she was like, exactly, you need to find out what's going on with you. And so I went and I talked to therapists, and I was like, look, I think I have something really major going on with me. And I explained what was going on and everything, and they said it sounded like I was just dealing with a lot of trauma. Then I went home and I looked into DID, and I fucking laughed. I was like, there's no way that's real.
Really?
And I was like, are you kidding me, man? This Hollywood trope is a real thing. What the fuck? And I just thought it was so funny. I was like, there's no way I've got that. And then I ended up in the hospital a few weeks later, and I ended up being diagnosed by a psychiatrist while I was in the hospital. It took him 10 days to get me diagnosed.
Really?
Yep.
Oh my God.
Spent almost 2 weeks in there, and yeah.
So you had you heard about DID before being diagnosed?
No, I had just seen like movies and stuff, like
Yeah,
where there were
vaguely.
split personalities and stuff, and I thought it was just something made up for Hollywood.
That's very unfortunate that was like, I feel like if that was your view, maybe it's other people's views too. I mean, when did you first notice that something was different?
It was about that time, but I mean, back when I was 7, though, was when I met my formerly known as Drew. He's currently my protector and everything, but he goes by a different name. And meeting him was when the signs first started, and then as I got older, I knew that I was spacing out a lot, and I couldn't help it. And then eventually, it was just like I started doing the whole Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde thing where I'd be the sweetest could be and then allegedly a complete asshole.
Wow.
And that was pretty much, and I started realizing something was wrong. I just, it was like, I have suspected DID. I would say that. And one therapist that I had, this was my last appointment with him too, my very last one a few years ago. Sat me down and I was like, do you want me to let one of my alters come forward? And he was like, yeah. My voice started to change. And it was like it's like I nodded off. It felt like I was nodding off. It said that my voice changed and I definitely needed to talk to somebody that specialized in trauma. He was like, you have it. There's no doubt about that after meeting your alter.
Oh my God.
That was my other alter though. I don't know what to call him, so I'm just going to not say.
Fair enough.
I guess.
Fair enough.
But yeah, when I first started dealing with having alters and stuff, I only knew of 2 of them at the time, but more came out as time went on.
Okay. Wow. So you didn't even know how many you had at all?
Yeah.
Was it like scary to find out about different alters, or was it a good thing?
It was a mix of both.
Okay.
At first, I was terrified because Drew, he had become more violent and aggressive, and he would be out. He would be either yelling at somebody or fighting with them over something, or to basically self-sabotage my stuff.
Really?
He's the one that does self-sabotaging things, but he's getting better about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of how it affected me in that way. Yeah, he's probably been the scary part. The best part, I think, is having alters that make things more interesting, though, too. Like, other alter, he's sarcastic and everything, but he's also very sweet, and he lets me make.
That's a positive part, then. Or would you say? I mean, it must be confusing sometimes and, like, hard when you have differing opinions.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Like, especially when it comes to food and stuff like that. One of us could want one thing and another could want another thing, and it makes me really indecisive about what I want to eat.
Oh my God. So, like, just all your decisions are like, this or this. I don't know. I never thought about that. My God. Are there any differences in your alters?
Yeah, we're all different.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
We're all extremely different from each other. Similar to one of them, though, and I'll tell you about him when we talk one-on-one.
Okay.
He is the one that's friendly. He's the really sweet, friendly one.
Oh, very nice. Wow.
I have one that doesn't speak at all. He's selectively mute.
Okay.
So he doesn't front. He just sort of hangs out in the back. Just sort of does his own thing.
Okay, so he doesn't front, but he's part of the system?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's one of the internal ones.
Right. Yeah, I know there's like a word for that. I forgot. I think, it's just internal alter.
I can tell you what he looks like, too, though. I mean, if you want to know what... if you want me to describe them a little bit, I can. I mean, they all look like people for the most part. Like, if I look inward at them, everything, or like let them kind of show me what they look like, if that makes sense.
Okay. Okay, so can you see them?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. Wow.
What they look like. Yeah, just in my mind's eye, I know what they look like.
Wow. That's insane. I always wondered about that, like how you know what your alters look like.
Well, the one that I was just talking about being selectively mute, he looks like Colby Brock.
Okay. Got you.
Yeah, you probably know who that is, don't you?
Yeah, kind of. I think I've heard of him.
Colby from Sam and Colby.
Uh,
Yeah. Let's see.
let me look this up.
I'll look him up real quick.
Alright, let's check this out. So, which one? Which one?
Dark haired one.
The light haired one or the dark haired one?
Dark hair.
Yeah. Okay, I have a sense now. I see it. I see it.
Yeah. There's him, and then there's most of my system's male. Because I mean, I'm trans anyway, so
Yeah, that was
um,
my question. Is like a majority of your system in that case male? Are there any females?
yeah, I have 3 females, and that's it.
Sure. Out of all of them. So yeah, that is very minimal.
And they don't front.
They don't what?
They don't front. They don't go to the front and everything. They don't
Oh,
come
well then
out.
yeah, in that case, absolutely.
They're, they're internal, and they are caretakers internally. Like they soothe me and stuff when I'm upset.
Wow.
Hmm.
This person says, yeah, dissociative and mainstream society sort of people were around when I was in some of the worst years developing a sense of self. I was getting bad mental help at the time, but it was bad at talk. Oh, Lord. Okay. Anyways.
Well, I think they're saying I had been getting mental help at the time, but was bad at talking about it.
Oh, okay. Trust
I
me
think
to
that's what they
misread
meant.
the comments. You know, this is a really general question, so it's like kind of putting you on the spot. Do you have any advice for systems? Just in general.
Well, yeah, I'll tell you something that helps me throughout the day if you forget to do stuff like I do.
Yeah.
Take your phone and put alarms in it to remind you. Your alarm go off, and it'll say, go eat something, or it'll say, prepare dinner, or
Yeah.
it'll say, like, clean your room, be up, take a shower, stuff like that. Like, if you don't know how to function during the day because your dissociation's so bad, you can easily set that up on your phone.
Yeah.
Remind yourself.
So will alters, if someone else is out, will they do what the alarm says?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. That's
Usually.
insane.
Sometimes. Me, it's hit or miss, though. It depends on who's running.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Let me see here. Would you, I mean, this is a question from Chat Fam. Would you suggest for people who, what would you suggest for people who have been told they have suspected DID/OSDD? Should you get a second opinion? Any life advice to make sure it's not a misdiagnosis?
Don't let your friends influence you in thinking that you have it because they are not medical professionals. And my advice is to talk to more than one therapist if you can about it,
Right.
and make sure that they are licensed, and make sure that you eventually contact a psychiatrist about it. And don't tell people about it and expect them to agree with you right away. If you talk to a medical professional, you have to know how to approach them about it. You can just say, I have DID, because they'll be like, huh? We're here. And
Like, what am I supposed to do
can
with this?
actually say to them, I suspect I might have a trauma disorder and I
Sure.
need help because of this symptom, this symptom, this symptom. Then they'll start listening to you and taking it into consideration.
Sure.
Yeah.
And in this case, be like, you know, a different professional has suggested it. That is beautiful, though. Thank you.
Well, they don't listen to anybody. I don't care if they also have DID. Do not listen to them. You need to have a licensed professional talk to you about it because it could be any type of dissociative disorder.
Yeah,
It
BPD,
could be
mood
something
swings.
else wrong with.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, is it like a covert disorder in your experience?
Yeah, for me it is.
Okay.
keep to ourselves. I'm more likely to talk about my past life situation with somebody than I am to talk about my alters these days.
Sure. Okay, that's fair. So, like, most of your
Yeah.
communication is internal.
Yeah, for the most part.
Oh, I have a good question. Can you describe any difficulties you experience in terms of memory and identity? And how do you navigate through these gaps in memory or the presence of conflicting identities?
Okay, let me
Let me know if you need me to repeat the
hear that
question
one
at
more.
any point.
Yeah, I do. I'm sorry.
No, please. This is a long
I
one.
see it. I see it.
Can you
You
just?
describe any difficulties you experience in terms of memory. Oh yeah. Yeah. Memory recall is really difficult, and sometimes like I'll do this weird thing where um I'll end up like trying to talk about something and my words get jumbled up because of somebody else trying to say something at the same time.
Wow.
Um, Dealing with that's a pain in the ass. But with like active understanding and stuff like that, it's usually people that I work for that don't get it, and then they find out what I have, and then they're like, they think about like the stigma around it, how it doesn't seem like it's real, and then they let me go usually.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Um.
Um, Stigma though, I've even experienced it from my own family.
Really. I'm sure, like, we're the
Yeah.
people who are closest, they don't even know what DID is.
Yeah, they don't really know,
It's just a
and
paperwork.
they're willfully ignorant too about it. Like they don't want to look into it.
No, I mean, that's unfortunate. You would hope that people would, like, try to understand.
Yeah, exactly. That's the shitty part of it, but it'll be okay. Um, I don't really worry about it too much, but like when it comes to um a condition though, otherwise, if somebody doesn't believe that it's real, I haven't had anyone really fight back at me about it yet, other
Sure.
than a nurse that was at this mental hospital that I was at. Um,
Oh my
she told
god.
me she didn't think it was real, and it actually hurt a lot to hear that. And yeah, um,
It sounds like it.
yeah. But now that I have PTSD, she's seen me again, and she said she believed me. So
Really? Oh my
yeah,
god. Well, that must have been a good experience to at least be validated. Um.
damn, people are dropping like flies.
Oh, are they
Viewers
really?
are.
No, that's okay. It totally happens. At some
Can come back
points,
and
they're
watch
like,
it.
let me see. How has DID
Right.
impacted your relationship with friends, family, and partners? What are some challenges and rewards you have experienced in those relationships? If you feel comfortable.
Uh, really keep friends that often. Shit gets weird sometimes, and I mean, I have friends for a little while, and it's like sometimes my alters self sabotage that, especially if they don't like the person. I think they just sort of make things complicated, and um, they kind of just. It's like they'll show themselves to my friends and stuff, and they'll talk to them and whatnot, but it can be a bit overwhelming. They can be a bit much, and it's caused me to have beef with friends,
Okay. Oh my god.
um, and family too.
I mean, yeah, it must be hard to have like differing, like if an alter doesn't like a friend that you have.
Yeah. One that would usually do that though, he stopped doing that, and so like if you talk to me, um, and want to meet him or something, you can. He generally he's very nice. but he can be a bit overwhelming.
Oh, okay.
Because if he likes someone too, he also talks to them a lot. Probably get on your
Beautiful.
nerves. But I'll have to see. I'll have to see what you think of him. And they actually just said if you want to interview them sometimes, and two of them are willing to be interviewed.
Wait, what's up? That's amazing.
Yep.
Thank you so much for catching this. I get kind of like I get enveloped in the interview. I need to check the chat.
One I was telling you about before this, though, he's one of the ones that's agreed to talk to you.
Oh, amazing.
Said he's like, I hope you like foul language.
You know it. You know it. We're here for it. Depends on my mood, but sometimes I'll swear. Depends.
Yeah, that's I was about to say, yeah, that's what Colby looks like, dark haired dude. He popped up on there.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Amazing. Absolutely.
All my alters look like real people, though. Me and Jess from Multiplicity and me have that in common.
So they look like does he look exactly like that person?
Yes.
Okay, got you. Wow.
A bit thinner, but yeah, I can send you a copy of what he looks like. Let me show you.
Yeah. Um It's very hard to get help for DID in normal GP. Sort of funny. Sorry, I'm not expelling fully. My keyboard is so annoying. I feel that. I feel that. Thank you so much for being here, though. That's wait. Oh yeah. Do you ever experience denial?
I did at first.
Okay.
I don't experience it now, though. I know I've got it. It doesn't take much to.
Yeah, it's like
If you're like me, it doesn't take much for me to realize that it's real.
yeah, because it's like your symptoms are right there. It's like, well, here's my evidence.
Yep. I have that. There we go.
Oh, very nice.
It's
Okay,
on your
let's check
Discord.
this out.
Skinnier than is on that show.
I'm gonna try
It's
to.
in.
This is amazing. I think it's amazing that you're able to show exactly what your altars look like. I don't know if I could show the chat, but come on, Discord. Should I look someone up? Who is this?
It's on your Discord. Thanks, in it.
Okay.
See it?
Oh, and this is not it, but yeah, this is it. Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you for sharing that. It really gives me an idea because, like, it must be hard. Is it hard to be like, look at your body and be like, this isn't what I look like?
Yeah.
How much
Freaks
does
me
that
out.
affect your
Sometimes I'll
life?
be like, like I'll be going and like going to take a shower or something, and I see myself in the mirror, and depending on if I'm actually present or not, well, actually, it really does depend on it. Well, it does depend on me if I'm present or not. But if they see see my reflection, sometimes it's just will stop and stare.
Really?
Like,
So it's like,
yeah, and be like, is that me? Yeah. I get freaked out by the fact our physical body looks really different from all of us.
is it
You
distressing
want to
at
see
all, or is it uncomfortable?
it's uncomfortable, yeah.
Okay,
It's
sure.
a little weird. It's unsettling.
Mm.
Kind of like Uncanny Valley.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like is it depersonalization at all, or derealization?
when that happens, sometimes I will go into dissociating, and I'll stand in the bathroom for like 10 minutes, just staring at myself, not realizing I'm doing it.
Okay, wow. Um, but if you're
Show you what
not,
my inner world me looks like too. By the way,
oh, you could show me that too. What's up? Yeah, I didn't have any questions about inner worlds, but I would, I would love to talk about that.
yeah, I'll talk to you about that. Um, ask me anything.
um,
See,
I mean, is your inner world connected to traumatic experiences, or is it disconnected?
oh, it's disconnected.
Okay.
Like if I'm basically, it's like a world inside for me. Um, it's real locations too. Chicago, there's
Really?
Toronto, um, there's Charlotte, North Carolina, which is basically where I'm from. Um,
Okay.
uh, then there's other areas too, but I don't spend a whole lot of time in the inner world, so um, really I don't know how to describe the newer places yet.
Fair enough.
Um,
Is there any forest or like houses?
yeah, there's houses and stuff. It literally looks like you're looking at Google Maps.
Really?
Yeah, like the street view or whatever. It looks like that. I can see where I'm at and everything. Like one of my altars, he has a New Orleans style house, the black tape
Okay.
around the front of it, and it looks like it belongs in the middle of New Orleans, like where they filmed Coven for American Horror Story.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, that's
House
amazing.
like that, it's that style. Um, then my place looks more, it's more mid-century modern. Mine is because that's like my dream house anyway, is to have a mid-century modern home.
Awesome.
I have that, but it's a smaller house, and it's I don't know, like it's hard to describe really if I'm not presently there.
Yeah, I
Like
get
in
that too. Like,
Toronto,
how do I describe my house, to be honest?
um,
Do you have
see,
alter communication in there?
yeah, we do.
Okay.
Just don't spend a lot of time in there though, unless we're planning to be kind of towards the back and dormant. I know right now, like seeing Toronto and everything, I actually was able to tell somebody. I was like, "Listen, my altar has just gone by, walked by a Starbucks, and I smell coffee right now."
Okay.
And and it was really funny because I was like, "Wait a minute, let me look it up and see if this is actually a real place." And the Starbucks was there at the Eaton Center, like I thought.
What?
It was in my mind.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Um,
Oh my
the
god,
one
that
at the
must have
Eaton Center
been.
though, you can look it up and see talking about.
Wait, what should I look
Want
up?
to Eaton Center? You can look up Starbucks there, and you'll see where it's located and everything.
So, okay,
Okay,
let's check this
here you
out.
go. Here's what I look like.
Oh, very nice. Okay, let me show this to the chat.
Yeah, they can see what I look like.
While we're at it, I want to look at a mid-century modern because I don't know what it looks like, but I hear that word all the time.
Oh,
So this
it's
is what
a
you look
housing
like.
style. Yeah, that's what I look like.
Okay, very nice. Thank you so much for sharing. Oh yeah, so this is the Starbucks Eating Center.
Yep.
What else do we got here? Oh yes, I wanted to look up mid-century modern house because it's very important to me. Oh, very nice. Your house is very nice.
Um, I'm gonna look and see if I can actually find one that looks like.
Yeah, it's
some
like these
picture
are
of-
very general, but I see why. I see why. Um,
Yeah, be more brown than that. Ain't it? That ain't it. Mm-mm. I know there's a lot of wood involved. Like the inside looks like it's mostly just wood based.
uh,
Yeah, a lot of these
really?
houses were made of the '60s and the '50s. That's what it looks
Oh,
like they do.
yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
I think I just found it right by it too.
This is amazing that you're able to show
That's
what
what it
you're.
looks like.
Yeah. Oh, very nice. I see it.
It's that one.
Yeah, like you know the vibes from like the 70s. I see the vibes.
Mhm.
I
Oh,
see it. Noise. Um,
thank you. You want to see what um Bruce looks like?
yeah. Let's do
Okay.
it. Amazing.
I just hope you'll have time to do these other questions with me and stuff too. I don't want to get us too sidetracked or make this last too long.
No, that's okay. This is a segment. I think we'll be able to answer them all today, but we could always go live again. That'd be amazing.
You free tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm free tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll do a part 2 with you tomorrow if we don't get everything done today.
That would be amazing.
Just celebrate this week of plurality or whatever it's called.
Yeah, guys, it's
And
plural week. I know I know my face is being covered. There's a plural month, I think.
yeah,
So,
you can come
um,
back for that too.
MTV Cribs. Yes. Oh my God, I'd be watching the 16 and Pregnant.
Oh
So
God,
good. When I took
I
a
remember
parenting
watching
class in high
that.
school.
Yeah, when I was in high school, there was a lot of teen pregnancy going on.
Really?
Yeah,
That's crazy. I don't think that was in my high school.
yeah. It was 2005 till 2009.
Uh,
There was a whole craze, and
it was
that's
a
why
whole
16 and
time.
pregnant.
It was a yeah. I guess that's why they made that show because they were like, yeah, let's show how it's not fun being a parent when you're 16.
Yeah, and I think it worked because that trend has died down. So
Yeah,
yeah.
there you go. There you go.
Damn, I'm trying to.
Inner
Um,
world cribs. That's what we're doing right now. We're looking at inner world
Inner
cribs.
world cribs. Actually, I could do like a whole video on this with you
That would be
if you want. I
amazing.
can try to get reference pictures gathered for you.
Wait, yes, part two, because I love the Southern American person you are.
Oh, thank you.
Agree. I second that. That's beautiful.
My accent sounds like what Daryl Dixon's accent should sound like.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Norman does a great job. He's got family from Texas, I think, from what I've heard.
Yeah?
So, I mean, he's technically truly Southern by his bloodline, but he doesn't exactly sound like he's from the Appalachian area, which is where I'm from. And you would think that Northeast Georgia, which is supposed to be his location, like his hometown or whatever, you would think that would have at least researched their accents a little bit.
Yeah. Do you think you have an accent?
Well, I love Daryl Dixon too.
What's up?
All I said, I love Daryl Dixon.
Oh, yeah. Okay, wait. Gotcha.
Let's see.
Love it.
Okay, so what other questions you got for me?
I got you. Sorry. Uh,
Good.
Oh yeah, so I mean, this one I'm not, I don't know. Just let me know if you have any resources, books, or websites that you recommend for individuals who want to learn about DID. I will link in description.
Ooh, okay.
I mean, if there's nothing right now, I could link later.
There's one on an online library that I would recommend.
Perfect.
I actually told my ex to have his mom look this book up.
Yeah. Let me see.
I will link it to you right now.
Oh, you sent me a link to the. I don't know. I honestly don't understand Discord that much, to be honest. Okay, I'll see how it is. North Carolina, yes.
Oh, yeah.
WTF, I also have a Southern American soul in my British soul.
It's
TBH.
not that much different. We're really not that much different.
Are you the one sending the embarrassed emojis? That's so funny.
There we go.
No, that's actually how I feel about British people. TBH.
Let's see. Can I find it? Well, if I can find it, it's actually written by a medical professional.
Do you read it all about it, or like learn from a therapist or something?
Yeah, I've read about it and everything, done my own research, and I've a lot of deep dives into it.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
I think treating it is what I'm for. It's giving me a second. Okay, there it is. It's dissociative identity disorder of the diagnosis, clinical features, and treatment of multiple personality. It's on the Open Library online. Me send that to you, and you can do it from there.
Okay.
I'm also sending it for you to read it too.
Perfect.
Like to.
Oh, this is beautiful. Thank you for sending this. Yeah, I've actually heard good things about Colin Ross.
Yeah, and then I've got this one too from 2008. It's more of
Hi, Kat. Oh, and one from 2008. Perfect. This is amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I am linking
It's not in the
these.
library right now, but people are checking it out, so that's good.
Hi, Deanna. How are you doing? Yeah.
Hello there.
Okay, do you want to or do you want to move on with questions, or do you want to talk more about resources?
I don't really have many other resources. I know that I want to show you guys the whole system here on YouTube, though, so I am going to link to that in the chat
Oh,
in just
please,
a second.
yeah.
I want to try to pull them up.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Videos,
Even any like
but,
influencers that you recommend who make DID content.
Yeah, this person's well, they're a lot like me, and you'll know that through how similar will sound to anyone with an actual case of the disorder.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair.
Let's see. Uh,
Um, Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate y'all very, very much. I know y'all here for the system though. I know. I see you. Um, I mean, yeah. If we do finish questions, we can always come up with more.
um, uh, Still scrolling.
Cat. Okay. Say hello. Say hello. We're taking a break with the kitten.
Miss, trying to find this person and
Say hi. That's beautiful though, because yeah, if you ever come up in the future with anything, I can link it to just any content creators even who you feel are good to reference.
only thing is, the thing that I'm having to look this up through is a little bit triggering because, it's I have to look up the keywords dissociative and then detransition because of this person that have their videos tagged with that, named with that because they detransitioned.
Okay, sure.
I'm not like thinking about that too much, but I understand when people have to do something like that. But still, I don't like seeing all this damn bunch of grifters.
Yeah. That's like a whole conversation is
Oh yeah, I'll look through my stuff. Hold on, let's see.
um
That's not.
I didn't realize this was live. I got scared when I resized LMAO. They
Oh.
yeah, right. I mean, I wanted to do a video, but our anonymous system still, I think, is was like, nah, we want to be like interactive, which is beautiful, honestly.
This.
You have kitties, D, and that is the best thing. Say hi, baby. Say hi.
Come on. All right, you guys can keep asking me stuff.
Okay. How can friends, family, wait, did I already ask you this? Can you provide any insight into the roles or functions that any different alters serve within the system, and how do they interact with one another?
I mean, like, having like job roles or whatever, like specific things they do.
Yeah. Do you identify at all with the term persecutor?
Yeah, I know what they are. I know what the roles are, but we don't really assign ourselves roles. We just sort of act out certain things. Yes, really act though. It's more um, like okay, for a persecutor, for example, Drew would have been one because he's so
Okay.
so opinionated about shit, and he is very protective, but he also self sabotages.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he's got traits of being borderline himself because of how he'll make us do stuff that we don't want to do. So there's symptoms there.
Wow. So, like, alters can have
Yeah,
symptoms of something while another will have no symptoms of, for example, BPD.
yeah,
Wow.
exactly.
Um,
Keep going.
okay. Are there any specific triggers or circumstances that may cause an alter to emerge or switch, and how do you navigate through these transitions?
Mostly just stress.
Okay, just if you got a lot going on or if you're stressed out about something specific.
Yeah, and if it piles on me, then I'll switch, and then depending on who comes out, that will be the reason why I go to the hospital or not. Like, can't. There's some of them that I just can't control or influence to stay inside whenever I get upset. Um, I've I've had issues with people before and had them
Okay.
come out on them, and it wasn't good. Uh, but mostly just stress or being under threat or something.
Do like specific alters come out if this is a specific trigger and another will come out with another?
Yeah, sometimes
Okay.
positive triggers really aren't a thing, though. At least in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Interesting. Cause like I always in my videos I'm trying to say like I guess positive triggers could be a thing. Like I guess you could really be triggered by the smallest thing, you know what I mean? Is that your experience?
Yes.
Okay, sure. Or it could be like something major, obviously. Like
Yeah, it's usually something major though, for the most part. Let's
okay.
see. Oh, I found them. Okay.
Yay. Oh my god, I hate triggers. Yeah, we don't have to talk
Yeah.
about specific
Gotta re-
triggers.
gotta reach out. Maybe we can do like a um like an interview where it's the three of us and we can discuss everything and see how similar we are. They're up for it.
That would be amazing, like the similarities and differences, because like each system truly is different. Right? Would you agree with that statement?
Yep. Yeah, we are, but I mean, our symptoms will still show the same.
Exactly,
Just
like
might
you
present differently.
it's not like you know, having I don't know.
Wish we could talk to Jess, Multiplicity, and me.
That'd be cool,
Seems
like
like she's
integrated
so
system
lovely.
versus not.
I feel like, well, I mean, I don't even know if Jess is still going by the name Jess. From their last video, it sounded like they're more of a they them.
Okay, so what does
But
that mean then? They're like plural, or that's just their
no
pronouns?
pronouns. It
Okay,
sounds
sure.
like that's what they're going with it. Yeah, they got to figure out what's up with their gender identity now that they're one person.
Yeah. Oh my God. I never even thought about how even after integration you might struggle with things like that.
Exactly. Oh, and Dr. Adrian Fletcher, that's mentioned on here. Um, yeah, she's a medical professional with DID.
Okay. Wow. That's amazing.
She does videos on it all the time.
Wow. That's amazing. We definitely have to check that out.
Yeah, for sure.
I think every system is unique. All have similarities and differences. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think what you might have been getting at is like systems are different, but also you're all the same, as in you have the diagnostic criteria, which is
Yeah,
important.
you have to fit like almost all of it for them to diagnose you. And even then, it may not go down on paper that it's DID. They usually put PTSD instead.
Okay. Or
At least where I'm at, that's what they do.
I'm sure because CPTSD is probably way more common than DID.
Yeah, it is.
And like treatment for DID can be longer than for CPTSD.
Right.
How do you maintain communication or co-consciousness with your alters? Is there any strategies or techniques that you find helpful for internal cooperation or collaboration?
Um. Hey, what was that?
How do you maintain communication with your alters? Are there any strategies that you find helpful for internal cooperation and communication or collaboration?
That I can't answer because I don't really know the answer to it. It's mostly just, it's kind of like just inside. You just sort of think something and then someone will respond.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, that's about the only way I can describe that, like the communication in the inner world.
So do you ever like
I
write
would get
something
excited.
down in the outer world, the outer world?
I guess if I'm out or something like that, then I can hear what's going on, but it's usually about four of us I can
Okay.
hear.
Okay.
And we all stay, I kind of stay connected, just four of us do. I'm sorry, they're getting on my nerves right now. One of them just wanting to talk, and I'm like, no,
Oh no, that's okay.
okay. Not today, maybe tomorrow. If you want to do that tomorrow, you can interview him.
Oh my goodness, that would be amazing. Yeah, we could talk about his experiences as well.
Yeah, he's a newer perspective that I've got. So
Oh, we could talk about his experiences of being a fictive, or what do you think he'd be comfortable?
I have two of them that want to talk about that actually, because they have different viewpoints.
Right. That's
You don't
amazing.
get to meet both of them.
Wow. So they have
This
different
one,
perspectives.
yeah, they do. And they have different opinions on things, and they have different memories attached to them. And I know that each alter of mine has come from a specific trauma. And
Correct.
yeah,
So it's not just for fun fairy tales.
right. Figured that out early on when I got diagnosed. Right before I was getting diagnosed, I was thinking maybe they're attached to this, this, and this. And it makes
Yeah.
sense.
Absolutely. Are there any notable differences in skills, preferences, or personalities in your alters? And how do these variations impact your daily life and interactions with others?
Oh, well, see, there's one that can cook better than me. And he also likes to clean up and stuff and make me actually adult, which I'm thankful for. And then there's one that he writes really well. He's a really good writer. And,
Okay, wow. So they have
and
different skills. Like we were
yeah, they
talking
have
about
different skills.
cooking earlier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. They all have different skill sets. They have different handwriting for mine, which makes my handwriting in general look like chicken scratch.
There's different
Uh,
handwriting.
yeah,
Okay.
and like some of them are more strong with my left hand, and then others are more right-handed. So
Really?
like that's a thing. Yeah,
The brain is so complex. I'm wondering there's specific
it
reasons
is.
why.
Uh, I don't know. I know when I was little that I was forced to be right-handed by my kindergarten teacher. She didn't want to get me a left-handed desk. I didn't get to be left-handed.
Oh, that must have been difficult in school then. Like sometimes you're left-handed, sometimes you're right-handed.
Yep.
Oh my god. Yeah, and then you can look back at the papers and be like, "Oh, this must have been this alter based on handwriting."
Uh,
Wow.
Based on handwriting alone, like uh, it's very distinct. It looks more feminine if it's one of the girls, for example, but they're rarely able to do anything like that. It really depends.
Right. Okay. Can you discuss any challenges or difficulties that arise from having multiple alters, and how do you manage conflicts or disagreements among alters if they occur?
I can't. If they're disagreeing with something, then I just let them disagree. When one of them showed up, he actually physically violent with another altar, and I had to deal with them fighting with each other.
Oh my god.
Um, yeah, that was not fun. Especially because getting hit in the inner world, I actually was starting to manifest bruises and stuff from that.
Really?
Yeah, I had a tooth crack in the back of my mouth, and I
Oh,
had like a black eye almost from when that altar showed up.
wow.
I was like, damn,
That
damn,
must have been
dude.
scary.
I mean, it was. Yeah, that's why I was terrified of my disorder at first.
Oh, okay. So when you were
Yeah,
scared at first, you don't know what you have someone else living in your body, you don't know what they're thinking.
right.
Um,
Yeah, I do know what they're thinking though, because it's like different. It's a thought, but yeah, I don't expect them to think certain things or to want to do certain things. But luckily, everybody's at peace with each other now.
really?
Yeah,
That's
they all kind of work
amazing.
together and stuff.
What if, like, for example, one altar wants to get the job and the other one doesn't?
Um, and I tell them not to worry about coming out. That I'll handle it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You'll,
We
like,
all want to
handle
work with
separate
dogs,
things.
so like I said, I was going to. I really hope I get that interview and get to go in and work with dogs at this doggy daycare that I'm wanting to work at.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Oh, my dog can tell when I'm not present, by the way.
Uh,
Barks at me, and he just goes off whenever it's one of my altars. Just knows.
Wow. I wonder, do you
Standing
have blood pressure changes?
yes.
Okay, so your dog must be catching on to things like that, like just differences in like heartbeat, things like that.
Yeah, that, and he can probably tell that my blood sugar drops sometimes.
Oh, the blood
Because
sugar too.
some of them can do that. One of them actually has done that in the past. He did that at the hospital. Uh, I had to go that last time. He told everybody, he was like, okay, now in the morning, my blood sugar is going to be real low. They were like, how do you know that? And he explained what was going on and how he had switched out and everything. And we're going to see if my blood sugar will drop. It went down to half of what it was. It was in the normal
Really?
range. He's not a diabetic.
Okay. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what I said when I
Right.
saw how much my blood sugar was. I was like, damn.
Like, wow,
I
that is
did.
interesting proof right there for you.
Yep. But there
Um,
y'all go. Proof. It's the people that he had told about that were literally sitting around waiting to see what it was, and it was half of what it was the night before, even though I had eaten sherbet and had sugary snacks before I went to bed.
oh really?
Yeah,
My god.
I know.
That I mean, is it hard on your body if you start switching? If like you switch more often?
Um, yeah, it can be. It's very draining. It takes a lot of energy.
Oh
Usually,
god.
only one of us is out at a time.
Okay.
Uh, we don't. I don't think there's any way to co-front. Actually, I don't think co-fronting is really a thing. It's
Really?
more like someone's in the front and someone's next to you, but it's not
Oh. Is it like
those
driving a
situations.
car at all, like Multiplicity in Me describes?
Yeah, like there's one that's able to actually do stuff, and then the one next to you is a passenger. And they're not really in control of what's going on, but they're
Oh,
right there with you.
I
I think
understand.
that's what she meant by that, and that's how I see it.
And then like if someone's in the trunk or in the boot, they
Yeah,
have the complete amnesia.
backseat driver, I call it.
You call it what?
Those are the ones that are controlling a backseat driver.
Yeah, okay. So that would be like in the
Someone trying to
passenger.
control from the back seat and be like, "Yeah, you can't drive worth shit. Let me take over." And it's like, no.
Really? So you kind of
Yeah,
like will have that conversation about like, no, I want to. I'm staying out right now.
yeah,
Wow.
much. It's like hey, I'm out here. Leave me alone. Then if they're powerful enough, they can take over. But usually they don't do that to me unless someone's being violent or someone's being mean.
Yeah. Exactly. My God. Um.
I see a question. It said, "What are the differences in alters?" You mean like in my alters?
Uh. Wait. Sorry. Where's that question? The differences in
There's
alters,
13.
the names, ages, genders. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
we've already kind of went over them. Is there anything you wanted to talk about in terms of like um the names, ages, genders, and characteristics of your different alters?
I mean, I can just tell you that they're from all different places, and they all have different accents and stuff like that that I can hear. They use slang terms from Canada and stuff. Sometimes if it's
Yeah.
from my Canadian alters.
That's
And
amazing.
by the way, I just say something about pixie locks while I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, of course.
She basically has ripped off Grassy.
Who?
Canadian goth boy is Eli. That's where her shit's coming from, and I'm just like, uh, way to go. But just go ahead and be honest with you. I have him as an alter. He's nothing like how her little smirking wannabe goth selfie is. Not like that.
Yeah. You know, I appreciate you
And she
saying
wears all
that.
black and shit too. Tries to make him not look like Eli and everything. I think she's afraid to say she has a fictive. I would have believed her more if she had said she had Eli, but no.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where Eli's from, but
Yeah, he's from the show Degrassi.
oh,
Uh,
okay, my bad. Yeah, okay. Um,
yeah.
wow. Yeah, it's not.
When he fronts, he's actually going to be around tomorrow. He's the one that's going to be interviewed. So,
Oh, really? That's amazing. I got to check out the show.
I'll link you to something right now.
Yeah.
I can look him up too in the chat because a bit of a riot. Do you have see? Do you have HBO Max?
I believe so. Yeah.
If you have HBO Max and everything, you're paying for that right now. You can actually pull up Degrassi and watch from when he enters the show until he leaves. He starts at season 10 in like the second episode, and he leaves at season 14.
Okay. Um.
Yeah, if you want to, you can play this for the group chat if you want, so they can see what they're in for with dealing with him. Cause honestly, that gives people that know me uh, gives it away that I'm talking to you and everything, but it's fine. I know plenty of
And
people in my real life, so that know that I have DID, so it's whatever.
really.
There he is. If you
Uh.
want to,
Yeah. So is this
oh,
on YouTube at all? Is there something I could look up on YouTube?
I just sent it. Yeah, I'll send it to you over your Discord thing too. If you can do like a split screen and play this,
Yeah.
I want he's like.
Okay, let's check this out.
There he is with his damn
Yes, I would like
flat
to leave
black hair.
Discord. Oh, really? Okay. Yes, yes, I
Yeah,
would like to.
Eli's
Yes.
Jewish. So
Okay, what part of the video should I play? Just the whole thing?
you can play the whole thing.
Okay, perfect. Let me show it to the peeps. Let me show it to the peeps.
It's just
Um,
some of his quotes and whatnot. And then here's another one.
Sweet.
Pretty eyes. Women are trouble.
Even me?
Especially you. Thought that she could hold a candle to Claire Edwards? Not even close.
Do I look damage to you?
2 syllables, good for you.
I'm a freaking superhero.
It's the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life, and I made it.
God.
Things haven't been perfect, and they never will be. But I don't know any other way to be other than with you.
I don't know if they can see it or not.
Oh, let me check this out.
Here we go. Never mind, I got it.
Okay. Ah! Oh, well.
Coming to
Okay, well, what's the rest of that one is
Figure
then?
out what you're looking at yet?
Still trying to process the smell.
Hard to do with a broken nose.
Whoa, tell me
Really,
something.
he's
What were
really
you thinking
sweet,
when you
though.
got that haircut? No, seriously. Are there auditions for the Planet of the Apes remake that I didn't hear about?
He's got the odor part down. Guys, teacher.
This isn't over.
You okay? Are you sure they were tampons? What could he need them for?
A nosebleed?
By the way, make sure you pause it every
Thanks
like
for
30
covering,
seconds so you don't get copyright stricken.
Oh, okay. Do you want to watch the 10-minute one too?
I mean, if you want to. I have to stop it like every few seconds, though, I think. Or like take it down and out of view.
Thank you for the reminder. You know how I get.
I don't want you getting in trouble.
There, that
You got
was
me.
okay.
And again, Grassy's actually
So-
on YouTube, too. I
Oh, really?
mean, people go there and watch it. HBO Max currently has it on, and Netflix has Degrassi Next Class, which was seasons 15 through 17, technically.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
it's
Let's.
had a long show. It's had a long-running show from the 80s.
It's like covering exactly.
Okay. It's from the 80s.
Yeah,
Be for
You don't have
real.
to explain.
yeah,
So
it started in 1979, and
It's
then it's been several different series. Basically, it was it's a Degrassi Street, Degrassi Junior High, Degrassi High, and then Degrassi Next Generation,
Oh yeah.
and the end Degrassi.
That's crazy.
I think it's really cool.
But I was born in a girl's body.
Oh.
I mean,
Yeah, I grew
Mm,
up
it's more
watching this
French
show though, but then I split off.
Questions?
Wow.
Age 21 for me.
Anything. Go
A
ahead.
traumatic ass year. I was being emotionally abused by somebody online.
Does that mean
He
you're gay?
was
No,
he was split off because of that,
Okay.
and he can handle bullies.
Okay. Wow.
I like girls, and since I'm a guy between the ears, that makes me straight. At least I think so.
Oh my god.
Cool.
Oh, Adam, what the hell were you wearing?
Yeah.
How long have you known?
Since I
He
was
had the
4 or
weirdest sense of
5,
style.
I hated wearing dresses and having long hair.
You know, you gotta figure it out.
Tomboy or lesbian. I just no. Well, are we the only ones who know? Other than your family, of course.
So okay, pause. Ellie Goldsworthy being the LGBT ally we need for 10 minutes straight. Love
Oh,
it.
Simpson knows, and he sent letters
Yeah,
before
he's,
he was a teacher. Except for that
he
stupid
really
ballroom
is.
guy who called out my girl's name.
Oh, so this is Pixie Locke's
Outline and
fictive?
everything. Do what?
This is Pixie Locke's fictive?
I'm pretty sure. I don't think she calls it a fictive though. I think she's trying to be edgy and everything, and I think she's trying to have an alter slash
Okay.
character, as I'm going to call it, a character based off Eli that she's.
Yeah.
I don't know what his name is though. Let me look.
The worst.
It pissed me off when I saw it because I was like, oh, I know exactly what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. That's crazy.
Yeah, she's just as fake as Dissociative.
I mean, you know, I've heard a little bit
I
of
mean, she cosplays.
okay. I mean, how do you feel about cosplaying or like not cosplaying, but like using wigs or something to make an alter feel more comfortable.
None of mine ask for that. They just like to wear certain T-shirts and stuff, but that's about it. The shirt that I've got on right now, Eli wears it all the time.
Okay.
Wait a
Wow.
minute, never mind. I don't have the shirt on right now. I've got on a different one. I forgot what shirt I was wearing just now.
Really?
Um,
Does that happen? Were you like
It happens to me. Yeah, I'm just completely blank.
where you're like, oh, I didn't even realize what I'm wearing, or you just notice a sign of amnesia?
Yeah, it's just a sign of amnesia. But yeah, I'm trying to find. Oh. Wow, so Pixie likes to dox people apparently.
Right.
Yeah, her and Dissociative are just hot, aren't they?
Wait. Doxing, allegedly. Um,
Yeah, someone made a post that says Pixie Locks has never cared about safety on the internet. Then it says,
yeah.
picture says, do better. Doxing myself and others is super cute.
See now,
Trying to find.
okay, sure. Yeah, that kind of, I struggle with the whole threatening of doxing. You know.
Oh, if they do that to me, I'll pursue legal action on them.
Yeah, it's like, I don't want to have to do anything. I'm like, what? Excuse me?
He reminds me of somebody that I was friends with, and that person had the audacity to fake DID around me.
No, stop. That's insane.
She came in my house one day. She came in the apartment. My mom was sitting on the couch with me, and she started talking to us, saying that she was another alter. And her alter was supposed to be Japanese, but the way she was talking, accent came out a really fake Russian accent. It didn't come out nearly as close to what she was trying to portray.
That must have been incredibly offensive.
It pissed me and my mom off, and I was done with her after that.
Oh my god. That is... That, I mean, that, you know, to fake it to somebody who actually has it is interesting. It's a different story.
Yeah, it's horrible. Okay, where's that damn video at of him? About her pretending to be this
Mala's commenting, I hope you're okay, fam.
Sorry I'm taking so long to finish this up. I feel like they're going to get impatient with me and bounce.
Nah, no, I mean, I feel like this is kind of like a podcast, because since you can only kind of see my face, people are like, I'm gonna listen to this.
Yeah. I would show my face, but like I said, I don't like my teeth. Cliff is his name.
Cliff? Okay.
The video of Meet Cliff.
Okay, let me check this out. We're okay. I'm about to get copyright claimed.
Go ahead and pop that up on your screen, though. On what I'm talking about.
What's this? Internal visuals.
It almost feels realer than real life sometimes, which again is
Wait, this
a
is Pixie Lux?
really disorienting part of the disorder, the derealization, depersonalization.
Yeah. So. Oh, I didn't know that was from Pixie Lux. I think I've used like these thingies.
And if you haven't noticed, she's wearing her partner's clothes.
Oh, for real? For real?
Yeah, let me show you. Just a proof.
What's this? Normal or emotional? Gender identity, height, alter age. Go off. Wait, what? What did you want me to show the peeps?
Oh, just I wanted you to see how her partner's clothes, definitely the ones on her in that video. Yeah, she made about Cliff. She's dressed just like her partner. So, thumbnail.
It's like
Proof of
but
that.
that is
There's
my identity, coincidentally.
yeah, creepy.
Yes, Mala, thank you for opening up in the comments. Anyways, did you want to answer this? Wait a second. I only have one more question left.
What you gotta ask me?
Have you encountered any specific challenges in terms of relationships with others, with family, friends, or romantic partners due to experiences with DID?
Yeah, it'll fuck with things like they'll destroy friendships and stuff, or they'll just mock people. And had them ruin friendships, and I've also had them make friends for me.
Okay. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
My aunt threw me out of her house though back when I first got diagnosed because of how thing was going on. It scared her,
oh no.
and yeah, she threw me out, and I ended up living back here with my mom, and my mom's actually thrown me out a couple of times.
Oh my god. And that's hard
Yeah,
because
it
it's
can
like I
do
can't
that.
control my alters, and what they do at early stages in recovery.
Exactly. And I'm actually taking new medication now. It's helping a lot with her urge to switch whenever.
DID and relationships.
See that?
Yeah. That's a cool
Like, how
intro.
convenient.
Interesting.
It's kind of a reach, but I think this Cliff fella's supposed to be loosely based off of Eli.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You see it now because of how she's smirking and shit. He's Canadian too.
Yeah, I mean, that would make sense.
Makes sense to me.
Also, if anyone in the chat has any questions, if you're interested, we could go through anything. But yeah, just let me know. But yeah, thank
For the
you
idea of
for
relationships,
all of this. I feel
so-
like I've learned a lot, even just doing this
I can
interview.
tell you kind of how it goes about with us dating. I'm the only one that dates anyone in the outer world.
Really?
Is
Is that like an agreement you've made together?
Like, for example, my friend is his ex. That's like the only time it's ever happened.
Okay.
It
Do
didn't last very long.
your alters ever like dislike a romantic relationship partner?
Usually if I like someone, we're all
They're just
okay
like
with them,
just
except
yeah. That's amazing.
for the one that I called her. Be the one that tells me that if he doesn't like someone. But now, the other victim you're going to get to talk to tomorrow, or whenever he's ready. I don't know if I'll be able to let everyone switch. Yeah, the other one, he's people he doesn't like, but he just tries to avoid them. Makes
Really?
sense?
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
He hasn't tried to destroy anything yet.
Okay. So he's like cooperating.
Yeah. Much. I'll cooperate. We're all very calm and peaceful. Unless pushed to be otherwise.
Oh, yeah, exactly. It's like it's a defense mechanism. Um, I'm in the process of getting
Questions from the chat too.
diagnosed. Wait, what's up?
Answer questions from the chat too.
Um, I'm getting in the process of getting diagnosed. I want to make sure I'm not falling into denial. Um, I've also heard about someone who's getting diagnosed and they want to make sure that they don't have factitious, so they want to get tested. Um, I don't know that much about factitious and how it would present, as in you actually believe you have it, but you don't. But
Uh, 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 how do you say that name? Malia?
Mala?
Yeah, I
Denial
scrolled
about
up.
the
Oh,
abuse. That's a good question. Do you ever experience denial about abuse?
yeah, sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes I get confused and think that one of my caretakers growing up actually uh, wasn't as good to me as I thought. And I mean, come to terms with that, that's really been difficult.
Yeah.
And another one tries to tell me that, well, my mom tells me she wanted to stay my life of not leave me, but she couldn't help it because she was being driven crazy by guardians.
Yeah.
So, she feels like gaslighting sometimes. It's almost like I gaslight myself too.
Uh,
Yeah,
like it wasn't that bad or something.
yeah. I have to be like, oh well, it wasn't that bad. I can do better.
That must be difficult to like wrap your head around. Like, is it ever like unimaginable? Like, how could this have happened to me?
Yeah. Sometimes I think, well, how did this come about? And I'm like, what happened in my early childhood that caused this? Because it's before the age of 6, and that's like a big old black spot in my memory now.
Right. Okay. So does an alter have those memories?
I think Drew does, yeah.
Okay. Sure. Wow. Yes, gaslighting myself. Yeah, I feel like gaslighting yourself is a very common thing with acceptance and abuse. Like others have been through worse.
Yeah.
Um,
It's difficult though to avoid abusive relationships too for us to have this because we're more likely to accept that rather than hurt another person.
oh my God. I mean, yeah, you might. Do you ever find yourself in difficult situations because it's natural to find re-traumatizing situations when you've already been traumatized? For example, in an
My
abusive relationship.
my ex, he used to tell me like he said that he thought that the reason why I was freaking out so bad every other day when I was with him was because I wasn't used to things being good.
Right. Yeah. It's like it's uncomfortable.
Oh,
Oh my God.
there's comfort in chaos for us.
Um, if I'm making this up, tell me now. As you say that to your alters. Um,
Sometimes I think that I'm like, do I really have altars and everything? And then they'll do something, and they'll be like, "We're here."
yeah, not TikTok DID, but um,
Yeah, it's nothing like TikTok.
do you ever go on the DID TikTok or Twitter or anything, YouTube?
Try to avoid it.
Okay. That's fair.
Sometimes Dissociative and stuff out of spite.
Okay.
So I'll go on there and then I go on Reddit and I talk about like, stuff she's done on there and stuff.
The dissociative Reddit.
Me and her actually exchanging words on her TikTok account. How she was faking and how she was trying to threaten to gaslight people. And she was like, I've done no such a thing. I was like, that is such a fucking gaslighting answer back to me.
Love it. Oh my god.
And she's trying to gaslight somebody, not gaslight, but she's trying to threaten to dox somebody that's a quote unquote hater. And that person made her look stupid. He said something about them possibly being in a mental hospital or ward. And she was revealing personal information about them like that. And then they popped back with, well, for starters, I'm actually at home.
Okay.
So it's whoever she's thinking it is, it's not them, and she's basically trying to dox somebody that's not involved with bullshit. I want her to come after me, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really control the entire internet. You can control your channel and who's on your channel and in Twitter and wait, they're not on Twitter. I meant TikTok. Yeah. We deleted TikTok years ago and just it's just turned into even more of a dumpster fire over the years.
Still have it. I don't know why, but I do.
You what?
I don't know why I still have it, but I do.
Really? That's fair, honestly. I have a TikTok, so can't judge.
Yeah. I have several accounts because I can never remember my...
Yeah, exactly. Like, just forgetting passwords and stuff.
Oh, God, that is so horrible when that happens.
Oh, no. I heard about someone who an alter made a magazine subscription and they don't know the password to cancel it. It's like just the little things.
That's what happened with an Ipsy subscription for my mom. One of us did that, and we subscribe to stuff and then we forget to pay it.
Oh my God! It's like because the amnesia. Wow. TikTok has been sick and demented when it comes to this disorder that we've stayed away from it. That's fair. I feel like that's a kind of self-care.
I don't like to go on DID TikTok because it makes me want to contact people and tell them.
Yeah, and be like...
basically what they're doing wrong.
Yeah.
You don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like an echo chamber of... Like, they're talking about how the DSM needs to be updated. Like, it's not even correct. The diagnostic criteria needs to change. It's like... I don't know. I think the statistics are that it's just as likely someone is a malingerer as it is that they have DID.
I'm looking at something on my Facebook.
The randomness of what can pop up next. Wait, what's up?
You can add me on Facebook if you want to.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah.
I'll actually send you an account right now.
Yes, that is self-care indeed not to have TikTok. I agree. Okay, yeah. Sweet. I'll friend you. I don't know if I'm logged in on this computer, and I don't remember any of my passwords. Okay.
Yeah, but at least we have the ability to save passwords now.
That's the lifesaver, but then when you have to log on somewhere else, it's like, well, that's unfortunate. Because I have to use my laptop to do lives, so there's a webcam. Oh my God, yeah. Once we had to reset the password to our email several times in 1 month, it was a struggle.
Gosh. Yeah, I know how that is with my Facebook. I do that all the time. I have to change my password because I'll change it and then I won't remember it.
Oh my God. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like people on TikTok treat it like a game. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, and Pixie Locks treats it like a game too. I've watched her videos.
hey, the Infinity system is an older system that I find helpful. Thank you.
I don't know where the term system really came from though. I know some people have alters that they call an administrator. I'm like, what? There's nothing like that in a system.
Do you have a gatekeeper that can control who fronts?
Yeah.
Really?
Me and Eli, we're the two gatekeepers.
Really?
Huh?
Very cool. Yeah, I mean, because, as a person without DID, there's parts that I wonder, like, how much of it is accurate. So that was one of them.
I believe that victims are a thing, though, because you get really involved in, like, a type of media, and you can use it for comfort, and I think our brains just latch on to that.
Okay.
But at the same time, I think you have to have certain types of trauma. Like, must be isolated like I was and just, like, sitting around with the TV and computer all day.
Yeah.
And not really being able to get out and have actual friends and stuff. And that's how victims come about.
Wow. I mean, that makes complete sense.
Yeah. And
Damn.
see. I also of factives, which those are just people that you know in your real life that traumatized you.
Okay, yeah. Do you have any alters that can mimic abusers? Or do you feel not comfortable talking about that?
I don't have any alters that are like that,
Okay,
luckily.
sure. Thankfully.
Didn't you want to ask me about littles and stuff like that, or age sliders?
Yeah. Thank you so much for so you were talking about how you have age sliders. I didn't even think to ask you about that. How do you know that? How do you know if you have age slid?
I feel different.
Sure.
I feel like my maturity's either worse or really good, depending. And if that's only if they have the passive influence on me, though. If the youngest one, if he was the front of, would be, like, he makes me very, very emotional and emotionally dysregulated because he's still a kid.
Okay.
Then when he's not fronting, he's not a kid, he's actually older. He's in his 20s.
Oh. Okay.
It's complicated to explain.
Are they able to, like, describe, like, I'm 8 years old right now, or I'm around, or not 8 years old, I'm sorry, but the age that they are they able to know exactly what age?
Yeah, they know how old they are.
Wow.
Ask them.
That's amazing.
Have birthdays and everything.
Really?
Yep. Elias is in September, for example. September 4th, 1995 is his birthday.
Really? That's
Yeah.
incredible. So do you, like, celebrate? Or is it just too many?
Sometimes buy a cupcake or something and eat it.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah.
You have strangers living in your walls. Yeah, I feel like that could
It's
be
not good.
I don't know. I think that might have been a analogy for DID. I don't know though.
Oh, I like that. Klaus, I like that a lot, what you said.
Yeah, like you're in a house together, but you can't communicate.
And there's no way to break the lease. Get out of it.
It's okay, Mala. Thank you so much for the support and for like all the comments.
Thank
It's
you.
amazing. Yes. Um, Literally though, having communication is so important to healing. Age
Yes, it
sliders.
is.
Yeah, I mean, do you want to describe what age sliders are?
Yeah, they're basically altars that like one day you'll see them and they're young, and then the next you'll feel them and they're younger, and then the next when you have them around again, they could be older and more mature.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I have two.
I have two as well. Yeah.
Wow.
They don't go below the age of 12, I think. One of them doesn't. The other one doesn't go below the age of 17.
Okay. Because your altar is age then? Or not all of them?
That's literally what I just said. Well, sorry, I wasn't answering you. I was answering of the person in the chat.
No,
What
no,
were
no,
you
no.
saying?
They feel like the same person, either just older or younger depending on the circumstance.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Pretty much.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's really
they're
cool that you
very
can have that
different.
commonality.
Yeah. Just shows you that if you have real DID, then you will have other things in common. With,
Yeah, it's like, yeah, that really does explain it, rather than like a fantasy thing.
I feel like if Kyle was in here, she would be sitting saying that I'm lying and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, people are really quick to fake claim. They're like, nope, this is fake. That must be
Yeah, I know.
frustrating. It's like, okay, sorry, I'll stop faking. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
in our treatment, I described it as discovering you're moving into a house with strangers for roommates and there is no way to break the lease. I feel like that's a good one.
Is
Yeah, so how do you feel about going live tomorrow?
I'm fine with it. We can do that just as long as it's slightly earlier in the day,
Yeah.
because I have to go to work tomorrow night at 8 p.m.
Sure. Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm available all day, so I will have the time zones correct this time.
What time do you want to do this? What
Um,
time do you want? Oh God, I'm going to be switching out before work. That means that they'll probably end up going to work for me.
yeah, so I mean,
That's
if
fine,
you want,
though.
we can work around it too if you can't, but yeah, I can do any time, so just let me know.
They've already basically said not for me not to worry about it. That it'll be okay.
Okay. That's
So
that's
let's
awesome.
see. What time do you think would be a good time? Do you have any preference?
Sometimes I like wait, so what time is it for you right now? Sorry, it's
Right at 8 o'clock.
Okay, it's 8 o'clock. So yeah, we can do maybe like 8 o'clock. 2 o'clock for you? Is that too late?
I had my mind. I was thinking maybe around 2 o'clock would be good.
Okay, yeah. Perfect. That's gonna be great then. I can come up with some more questions if anyone wants to talk about something specific, we can do that too. You know.
Y'all come up with questions you want to ask. One of them's going to be Eli, and then the other one is, oh, the other one will be like, what when I say this? But the other one is Negan from The Walking Dead.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
He's not mean at all, though. He's really chill. You guys will like him. He's pretty funny too.
Awesome. That's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
I will appreciate that very much. It's an amazing opportunity to have you on my channel. Fam.
Yeah, no problem. I love doing this. And by the way, I love your tapestry back there.
Yes, thank you so Amazon.
Yeah, you have really good taste.
Thank you. It's important feature in my background.
Yeah, no problem. Let's see. Does anybody? Oh, someone said Negan, sweetheart.
What?
Negan, sweetheart. It says it in the
Yeah,
comments.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. It's calming to look at. That's beautiful, honestly. Just because you're
Yeah.
just looking at my face the entire live stream. It's like, yeah, there's tapestry. I'm a fan. Thank you very much. It really does something for the place.
I'll have to look that up on Amazon and see how much it is.
Yeah, like $12 or something. Actually, it might be more expensive if it's bigger.
And I need a couple of those anyway, and I need to get me a frame for my Dot Saints poster that was hand painted. My friend sent it to me from London.
That's amazing.
Bought it, and she didn't want it, so I ended up getting this thing. And it's like one of 3 copies.
Really? Oh my god. Yeah, that'd be awesome to
no,
frame.
I meet Margaritas. Gotta meet him.
Fair. I kind of want to see the other half. We could work that out. Here you go.
By the way, and Negan split off, which wasn't too long ago. It was almost 2 months ago. I had to remind my mom. I had to remind her that I was always a Daryl fan. And I was like, if this was going to be convenient in my choice, it would have been Daryl, not Negan.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It's like Eli wasn't my choice. He just showed up one day.
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing. Oh my god. Self-deprecation station, your face is... Oh, thank you so much. No, I appreciate... I enjoy hearing about your experiences. For real. Like this, I really hope that this can be educational for anyone, for any reason, whether you have the ID or you just want to learn about it.
Yeah, I love helping people, so if I'm being a help and everything and can confirm things for y'all, then I'm at least living out one of my life's missions, I guess.
Oh my gosh, amazing. That's really cool.
What's cool?
That you want to educate about this. You want to help
Yeah, I would
people.
love to be able to have my own channel and stuff about it, but
Collab.
exactly. And I mean, I would actually call out bakers on YouTube and be like, "Why are y'all doing this shit?"
Why y'all doing this shit? That's the
Doesn't
real
have to do
question. Who is sending embarrassed emojis? Thank you for sending emojis, you guys. That's the funniest thing I've ever seen. Should I make a channel? Yes. I feel honestly everyone should have a YouTube channel, in my opinion. Yeah, it is awesome to hear other perspectives, absolutely. And, you know, as a person without DID, it's incredibly educational. There needs to be more education. I'd like to, but it's being anonymous seems scary. Not being anonymous seems scary, yeah. Because there's a lot of, like,
Yeah,
stuff out there.
it.
It's scary. The internet is like the Wild West. Sorry, what'd you say?
I was asking if Deanna talked to you. She said, take care of Michelle. I think she'll be back tomorrow to hear some more of my stuff and
Yeah. All right.
what they're like.
Sure. Great. Then I guess we could wrap up.
Yeah, if you want to, it's up to you.
I mean, unless there's anything else you wanted to talk about, we could absolutely.
Well, I mean, who all do you want to meet? Because there's 2 of them that have confirmed that they'll meet you, but is there anyone else?
Wait, who do they want to meet? Or
I want to meet you, but I was wanting to know if you wanted to meet any other authors. I'm asking if you wanted.
oh yeah, I mean anybody who's willing to talk to me, honestly. I'm not gonna be specific about any altar. I mean, talking to you as the gatekeeper is amazing.
Those two will talk to you, and then I probably have one other that I'd be interested, but he's trying to figure out if he actually has time and everything, because he stays busy in the world.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah. They all stay busy, honestly. I can look inward and see what they're actually doing. I have one, for example, that crawls outside of the Eaton Center,
Okay.
and he goes in that specific Starbucks. And
Yeah.
it's weird. It's like look and see him in his cop car and stuff. I'll be driving around or something like that. I'm like, damn, on patrol again.
Wow.
They don't always pay attention to what's going on with me. Sometimes they have their own thing going on.
Okay.
That's why
Sure.
there's only a few of them that come up to the front.
Yeah. Oh my God. I never really thought about that.
Thank you, Deanna. That was really kind of you.
Same. The internet is scary. Couldn't relate more.
Yeah.
See heaps of
I think it takes
similarities
guts.
and also
It takes guts to be on
differences.
YouTube.
Wait, what's up?
And it takes guts to be on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, if you are on the internet, you're gonna get hate, which is something you just have to come to terms with, unfortunately. But so see heaps of similarities and also differences in our system/presentation, but I know I'm listening to someone who has DID and is giving accurate information. That's beautiful. Yeah.
I don't sound anything like Kai or Pixie or even Bobo. I like Bobo a little bit, but I don't like the fact that she's been threatening people.
Alleged. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know a lot about that.
He was making threats at one point. I can't remember where I found this
No,
information.
no
It's probably Reddit.
doxing.
But she kind of discredited herself when she did that because we don't actively make threats.
Yeah, I couldn't
I don't
even
want to hurt you. Like,
dox someone if I tried, to be honest.
if Kai comes after me with that shit, she's going to get to meet one of my cousins as a lawyer.
Oh my God. Yeah, that would be,
She can do that. It'll be what she's doing here in the United States, and if they found her guilty of that, they would expedite her here.
really? That's how,
Most likely.
yeah, is
that's
doxing
how-
illegal?
Boxing is illegal, yes. It's known to get people raped, killed, everything else. Like,
Yeah.
it's-
It can, if the wrong people find it, you can be just the worst circumstance.
I knew this.
Yeah. Scary.
Yeah, the... Yeah, we gotta go to sleep. So if you want to wrap up and everything, we can definitely continue tomorrow. And if you want, I'll hop back on Discord where we're talking at, and I'll try to figure out what questions will be asked and stuff.
That'll be amazing, yeah. We could just figure out some topics.
Sure. Yeah, it's an active threat. to
Thank you for the
post
confirmation. It's
use of
posting.
anyone.
Man, that's crazy because there's certain things on the internet that you can't do. I'm gonna go ahead and say that. Yeah. So I will talk to you on Discord then, or actually no, I'm gonna end the live and then end our talk first. But yeah, I mean, thank you guys so much for being here. This is really important to me doing a live like this. Yeah, thank you so much for being here, Mala, and literally everyone in the chat or anyone who's just watching. Thank you so much. Yeah, And we will be on tomorrow. And honestly, y'all, I'm so bad at time zones, but like 1 p.m. my time zone. Okay. In Central Standard Time. So yeah, peace out, everyone. I hope everyone has a fabulous day, night, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Bye.
Good talking to y'all. Talk to you tomorrow.
Oh my gosh, yes. Would you like to say goodbye?
Yeah, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow, and I'll let my alters do the talking for the most part. But yeah, they'll be here tomorrow, and she might be able to interview both of them with a 2-hour time frame. So
Oh, that's
check it out.
amazing. Wait, what's up? Hello?
I'm here.
What'd you say?
Just said that maybe within a 2-hour time frame, maybe 3 hours tops, we can get both of my alters to do that, and then they can switch back out for me to go to work.
Okay, got you. Yeah, so whatever works
I think we'll have
best.
time for that.
Perfect. All right. Well then, everybody take care, and we will see you tomorrow. Lit as heck. Peace out.
Yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow.